What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Reality Kingdom with the really.
Hurt my neck. Shit. I'm a man.
Pharaoh with
King. Big Daddy King. Hey, Fakuzi. This week got me delusional, y'all. Let it out, Sarah. Let it out.
It's bad.
So the girls who don't know, we're in mourning over here at the Reality Kingdom. See, we haven't really felt like this in a minute. Because if you recall, BB Can 10, Betty made it all the way to finale night. So I personally had nothing to be upset with. Taylor ended up winning. And then, this season, we've been spoiled. And this season, we were ready for Kuzi to get there. And hey, it happens to the best of us. It does. It does.
So, let's get to the episode recap.
Not the grown. Oh my
God damn. So y'all.
We ain't doing introductions.
Oh shit. I'm your host, Pharaoh. I done got the names up. Oh my God, y'all. It's bad. I'm so sad. Y'all don't understand. I'm Pharaoh. This is Leo, whatever. How you doing?
Period.
Good.
I'm doing terrible.
Not worse than me. Like, it's bad. Y'all, let's get to this recap. So, we got the episode today. The episode and the first Digital Daily recap, which was on April 21st, same shit, y'all.
Basically everything you learned in that Digital Daily recap was in the episode.
So, we start off this week, Renee's HOH. Unfortunately, I believe Renee should have got evicted week 2.
Next to Rob?
When Rob was on the block. If y'all don't remember, rewind the tape because I said it. The fact that she is the reason that Kuzi Fukuche is going home, it just solidifies what the fuck I said.
Especially because she was nominated next to Santina a week ago, and Santina went home literally saying she would have took Kuzi Devon too. Y'all all voted her out, and now Renee is the HOH. That is kicking the crown out. The crown literally has been flopped since they formed. It's terrible. Like, why? What is it in my phase in not being able to win competitions? Because this happened on last year too. BB Can 10.
BB Can 10.
Y'all wasn't winning shit. We was like, oh Lord, when we got that the safety chain with Moose, like we were so happy because they wasn't getting shit else.
That was it.
It was bad.
And that's like once again,
it's happening now.
That's all the crown got, a safety chain. Girl, so these dumbasses, and I don't know who to be mad at. I don't know if I should be mad at myself.
I don't know who to slap.
Myself, Kuzi, Daniel, Anika, the girly pops, Ty. I don't know.
Somebody.
Somebody's getting slapped. I don't know who it is, but somebody pissed me off. Because why the fuck?
It's not Kuzi.
One. It might be.
It might be.
Because $1,000.
$1,000, Kuzi. Oh, you didn't turn the mic off.
Because I could have sent her that if she needed that.
Girl, I could have cashed after you 1,000 Venmo, Zelle.
Oh God, I can't believe.
Like, girl, you can have 100,000 for $1,000, Kuzi.
We're not there yet. Renee's HOH. She is. Oh, my tummy. Her target is Ty. And she's decided who she's gonna put up next, and with all the bullshit. Boom. When she wins HOH, we see after the HOH competition, they back in the house, they all chilling, they cooling or whatever. And Kuzi wants to talk to Renee because Renee is what? The HOH.
The HOH.
Kuzi is what? Not. So Kuzi decides she wants to talk to the HOH. She was like, Renee, can I speak to you? So they went up to the HOH room. Boom. Downstairs, it's Daniel, Claudia, and another hating ass bitch. I don't remember who it was. And they were all sitting there, and basically, hater number 1, 2, and 3 were sitting in the room, and they were like, "Ooh, I mean, she's just so obvious, no?" And they were like, "I mean, she couldn't even wait till they got in another room or something like that. Like, I don't know why she's doing all of that. Like, why is she doing all of that? Like, ooh." And it's like, I just feel like this is what I feel like. If it's me and I recognize a bad bitch, I would have been down there and I would have like, damn, that's a bad bitch. But
like she went straight to the HOH. Like I didn't get after her ass, period.
She ain't got the fuck up. But instead, they were press. Mm-hmm. Kuzi don't need no press. And that's what they didn't know.
Period.
Oh, God.
I really don't understand where the anger is coming from in that situation. Like Renee's the HOH. Like,
Just
of
say you're
course
jealous.
she's gonna want to talk to the HOH. It's top 7. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
And why
like,
aren't you doing it?
For that to be a critique is just hilarious. Like, oh, she's talking to the HOH. Oh my God, girl.
Street saying this how she did it.
But
and my thing is, how did she do it? She whispered, "Do you want to talk?" And y'all was listening hard because she wasn't yelling. Y'all were overhearing because y'all wasn't paying attention to your conversation. You were paying to what Kuzi was doing. That's what you've been doing all fucking season.
There is no how she was doing it. At the end of the day, we know that the girly pops and Anika and Daniel have been plotting against Kuzi since before jury, damn near. Well, specifically Daniel and Anika before jury, the girly pops up to like
right at jury.
Ago, they have been targeting Kuzi. So no, you guys want Kuzi out, and you are now looking for any reason to try and do that. That's why I really, really hate about Big Brother. Like, in situations like this, it's like you don't have a reason outside of game to target her, but you're close to her. So now you have to make her out to be the villain to feel comfortable with it. And I feel like that's what we saw throughout this episode from the girly pops, Daniel and Anika, making Kuzi out to be this villain that we do not like and we can't put up with anymore, which is why she also has to go. Just say she's mother. Just say she's an icon. Just say she's a threat to win. Let's stick with that. Why does she have to be shady? Now she's backstabbing. Now she's awkward. Now she's being weird here. She wasn't being that for 50-something days before. Why is it an issue now? Like, I just don't get it. It's like that. It's like why do you have to trick yourself into hating this girl just to target her? Just say you want her out because she can win. Point blank. Period. Because talking to the HOH is not a good reason. I'm sorry. Like, what is Kuzi's reason for going home this week? Talking to the HOH when she won. Trying to stay safe.
And doing it in front of me.
Not trying to go on the block. And doing it in front of me. And doing it in front of
Allegedly.
But at the same time.
Because where am I going to go?
But at the same time, in front of, like, Daniel and Anika, y'all are her allies. Like,
I'm confused.
Why would she feel some type of way about campaigning for herself in front of y'all?
Who gives
Whatever.
Girl, so they was pressed. She went and talked to her, and basically the conversation with Renee and Kuzi was like, girl, I mean, I kept you safe, girl. It's giving keep me safe. And Renee was like, girl, it's giving keep you safe. Like, I'm not gonna nominate you for real. It's gonna be either Daniel and Anika, and I'm putting up Ty, and as long as Ty go, period.
Oh my God. And we just need Ty to just bow out for once. Sit down.
Men don't never know how to just sit down because Hope was doing shit last week too. Sit down. Shut up.
Damn. Bow out.
Remember he was gonna quit. Go ahead, do that.
Like, and that's you know what? That's really what should have just happened. Ty, you should have quit with that.
I can't even be mad at him because I just remember that he wouldn't have won the veto. If Kuzi didn't get the $1,000. But anyways, boom. She agreed. She basically was like, girl, I'm not putting you up. Move. So she decided not to do that. We saw a conversation between Shania, Claudia, and Daniel and them again. Basically, they was talking about how they pressed about Kuzi again. It kept happening, y'all.
It kept happening. Like, every single time. It's like, who Kuzi? And then like, it would all go in. And it's just like, okay.
And around this time, we get the Anika scene. So basically, Anika went to Kuzi because the tea is, which we know from the Digital Dailies, is Daniel is pressed about Kuzi trying to take credit for the safety chain because Kuzi last week went to Claudia and was like, girl, that safety chain was me. That was not Daniel. Daniel was pressed about that. He told Anika. Anika went to Kuzi and she was like, girl, by the way, keep it on the down low about the safety chain. Like, don't be walking around saying that because people feeling threatened. And Kuzi was like, girl, what people? And Anika was like, girl, just people. Kuzi was like, wait, no, tell me the name. And Anika was like, oh, girl, I shouldn't have even told you because here you go. Boom.
And it's just like I really don't understand that. Like, how did you expect her to react? Like, if you're my close ally, you're coming to me telling me that someone is saying something about me. Clearly, so this person must have told you.
Right.
Why do they feel comfortable telling you? 1, and why don't you feel comfortable telling me who it is? 2, and we're supposed to be motherfucking day ones. 3. I think Kuzi rightfully gets upset at this and goes to Daniel.
Daniel, who it was, unfortunately.
That's the gag.
I feel like Anika should just shut up.
Either she should have shut up, or if she wasn't going to tell that Daniel said it, you should have said nothing.
Yeah, you should have just not said nothing. Because I feel like from Anika's perspective, she's like, I don't want Daniel to be mad at Kuzi, so I need to tell Kuzi this information so she can stop saying this around Daniel. and she didn't want to tell on Daniel, so she didn't say the name. So that's why she's like, girl, don't even worry about it. And it's like, of course, well, I feel like if I was Kuzi, I'd be like, who wouldn't she want me to, who would she be protecting right now? None of the girly pops and not Ty. So it's clearly Daniel, but I don't think Kuzi was thinking all that because she's already finna go to fuck home and she low-key knows it. And then she went and talked to Daniel, but my thing is, girl, it was Daniel.
Yeah, that's the gag.
That's the issue. But hey, oh well. After this, Daniel, this scene happens. She basically rants about it to Daniel. And Anika walks in and Anika was like, girl, what's the issue? And Kuzi was like, well, I just feel like if you're my ally and we're working together and we're cool and you're telling me someone saying my name, of course I would want to know who it is. Like, what's T or whatever. And Anika was just like, I just feel like you've been doing a lot lately. Like, she's been doing a lot recently, being a lot of... And everyone's been saying this. Like, Daniel said it. The girly pop said that she's just been so paranoid lately and she's been doing a lot and whoop and nervous. But she was just nom last week and she's nom this week.
And she knows she's going on. That's what I don't like. I don't like that. I think for me, it feels like it feels gaslighting. It really does. Like, you know you're targeting her. You know you want her gone. You're mad that she is aware of that and is acting accordingly.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. And then Nika said in this conversation, like, oh, you just get so worked up. You just told me that someone is walking around feeling some type of way about something I'm saying. And you won't tell me who it is.
Right.
Like, I don't like that. And I also feel like on a deeper level, call it what you want. Like, it just feels like every time a Black woman reacts to something in the Big Brother game, there's an issue. Why is it so dramatized that she's upset that you won't tell her someone's coming after her? She's allowed to be upset about that.
Period.
No? Period. Is she not allowed to fend for her safety? And there's another situation later in the digital dailies that happens later on too. Well, we kind of get it in this episode. I feel like I don't like that she's coming to me and basically trying to stay safe. It's like, why is her actively playing the game now becoming this big issue that we all have an issue with? It's just like, it seems random. It seems random, and she's aware of it, so she's trying to fix it, and they won't let her. They're trying to say, like, why are you being weird? Like, why are you? It's like, what's happening?
What's happening? And this is the issue. I feel like it does happen a lot with Black women, and I feel like a lot of people might be like, well, they do this, and Bailey did do that, and so did do this, and I feel like it does happen a lot with Black women in the game, but that's because I feel like it's more often that Black women are turned against by their allies. And this happens with people who are aligned with you because the people aligned with you don't feel comfortable doing what they're doing. It doesn't usually happen to a lot of other groups of people because a lot of other groups of people, like maybe a white woman, doesn't usually get turned against by her own allies normally. It doesn't happen a lot. And in this situation where it is happening, they're doing the same thing to Renee. They actually are doing the same thing to Renee, painting her out as, oh, Renee's so annoying, and isn't she doing this? And it's like, where's this coming from? It's because that's your ally. Usually it is a Black woman. When it happened to Bailey twice, a lot of the fans reacted weirdly because they were like, well, Bailey is doing a lot, and Bailey does feel very emotional like this. These people are feeling some type of way about the situation because it is their allies who are literally turning against them, people who they've been working with all game. That doesn't commonly happen to other archetypes. It commonly happens to Black women. Don't know why. Couldn't tell you. I'm not a psychologist. Google it. But I do think that's what's happening right here.
I just feel like recent history, we see it. Of course, we saw it with Taylor. They did the same thing to Tiffany when they decided Tiffany needs to go. They've done it to Bailey. Yep. They've done it to Devon. I mean, we've seen it with Kimmy. It becomes
it's like they're friends.
They're put in this like. But I think on a general scale too, like strategically, they're now put into this box and gaslit for everything. Yeah, they're attempting to do, and I just don't understand that. Like now, she can't even play the game at all because essentially everything she's saying is going to be turned into something else or blown out of proportion, and I don't like that. Like, why is it becoming this personal thing on her character? You know, because in the digital daily drops, you have the girly pop saying, we don't know if she's going to be bitter, and we don't know if she's going to be envious, like not envious against trying to campaign against us in the jury. And it's like, where are we getting any of this from? Like,
where's the evidence?
Maybe I'm missing something because we don't have live feeds, but I feel like the fact that we've seen this happen with other Black women in the past, it feels like it's just shit that's blown out of proportion. It's almost like, quote unquote, they're scared of her almost. Like, we're going to just lie and be delusional because we can't just tell the truth.
Should we tell Kuzi?
Like, just say, hey, girl, you're the best player in the game. You're going to be all the final two. You will win. We're voting you out. She knows that. Boom. It doesn't have to be all of this irrelevant, stupid ass shit. Oh, well, you're talking to me.
It's annoying me that Daniel and Anika are doing it too, because like the other white girls, them, you know what I'm saying? They, it's a given. Duh, they're gonna do that. They've done that for years in Big Brother. Daniel and Anika, what's tea? Because that's pissing me off, because they act like they have to come up with a reason too, and they act like they have to do this too. Daniel and Anika, y'all know that's mother. Just say that's mother. Move along. Y'all don't have to sit there and kiki and cuckoo and complain and all this other shit. That shit pisses me off.
I think. Well, that's the thing. Mainly, I think, and we talk about this off the podcast. I think Anika has just been delusional. I ignored her delusional ass because she was cool with my sister Kuzi, but I'm not ignoring the shit no more because it's affecting my sister Kuzi. Yeah. Get it together, Anika. Okay, I love Anika down. I really do. But this whole entire episode, girl, please. Because it's just it makes me. I mean, this makes it sound a little biased. I'm gonna be honest, but it makes me look at her as a player differently a little bit too. Because it's like I said, like jokingly, she has been delusional this whole time. It's been a few times where it's like, what is she saying? But for these past few weeks, especially since the cry has been created, I saw a steady incline. But now it's just like, so no, you're still delusional. You're still having the random ass thoughts that don't make any goddamn sense because all of a sudden Kuzi's the most untrustworthy person in the house.
Yeah.
Because you got 3 girly pops who don't like you at all sitting there.
Right. What happens is Anika talks to Renee, and Renee's basically like, girl, it's either you or Daniel. And she leaves, and Anika has a diary room. She's like, oh, what did Kuzi tell her? Because now Kuzi turned against me and Daniel. We're going to be the ones who are going home.
And it's like, why? So that's the thing. Even if Kuzi went up there and said something to keep herself safe, why are you mad about that?
Why is it, and why does it have to be that she threw you and Daniel under the bus?
She didn't have to throw you under the bus. She could have just been saved herself.
Yes, save me. But she took it as like a attack on her. And it's like, why are y'all doing this?
Maybe because she wasn't. Maybe I can see. Let me try to play devil's advocate. Maybe because she wasn't in on it. Like Kuzi didn't tell them she was going to go campaign. But exactly.
And then y'all saw, but that's the thing. Y'all are mad that I did it in front of you. Because remember, she did basically tell them, because right in front of their face, she was like, can we go talk, Renee? But it's like y'all are mad that she did it in front of your face and told y'all she was going to campaign to Renee. But then also mad that she didn't
what
do it
else was she supposed to do? Like, there's 7 people left. She's not putting up 2 of the 7. She's HOH.
I don't know.
Like, there's only 4 options. And she's the biggest target on all these 4 flops.
So Anika was mad about that. She went and she cried to Kuzi. She was letting her know it's probably gonna be me or Daniel. Kuzi was genuinely shocked.
It was kind of off because in the dining room I thought she was gonna get bucked,
but she didn't get bucked. She started crying.
Cry.
She was upset. Like, okay. I think that diary room was later or something. But she was upset. She was just like, "Damn, it just sucks because we've been in a bad position for a minute." And it's like y'all have. But
like I said, it's further. I think it's a psychological thing. I think she is tricking herself into thinking that Kuzi is the fake one. She's the one who's been distrusting. She's the one who I can't trust. Because they'll make her easy to vote her out at the end of the day. Stupid, because you're not going to get her jury vote this way. Jury man not even going to vote. Bad, Neek. You had a chance, and now you're losing it because one of the most influential people in the game is going home with a bad taste of you in her mouth.
Yeah, for no reason.
For no reason at all. But it's like I want to understand that. Like, why did she feel like she has to do this just to take her out of the game? Like, I just...
guilt. It's just guilt. I think you just feel guilty. So you're like, in order for me to not to feel guilty, I'm just going to do, make her seem like it's her fault, basically. That's what they're doing. They're just making it seem like it's her fault. That's what they always do.
It's like just say she's mother. Like, she will understand that. We understand that. That is fine. I've been being pissed about the same thing with Tiffany and BB23. It's like, just say, I want her out because she created the cookout. She's going to win this game, and she's the best player we've seen in years. Yeah. Just say that. Yeah. Why do we have to do all of this other shit that doesn't matter? Oh, well, she did this, and I feel that way. But all these personal feelings start getting involved. Yeah. Like, it's weird. Yeah. Because, like I said, you didn't have an issue with all of these little arbitrary things before it was time for her to go home. Literally last week, none of this was coming up fully from Daniel and Anika. Now this week that she is on the block and can go home, it's all of this weird negativity surrounding her name. I just don't like it. I just don't like it because at the end of the day, like that's her Big Brother legacy. That could seem like it's just so important, but it's just like y'all are trashing so much good work that I feel like she's done. Because you now want her out. And the only reason you want her out is because of all of her good work. So don't undermine that good work. Because now, if you're saying all of these things, then she shouldn't be going home. Y'all all got her clocked. She's nothing.
Period.
But you want her out because she's good. So just say that.
Period. It's just weird. I don't know what it is. It doesn't really happen to men like that. It's just weird. It's just this weird thing that just happens. It just happens. Like they were doing the same shit with Bailey. Like literally, Haley was like, "Wait, y'all, Bailey wasn't a hacker. Don't be weirdly rude to her." And they were like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. She was something else." And it's like, okay. Anyway, so y'all are just mad about
like the girl literally told them, "Hey, like I really want to stay in the game. Like, for the money and help my family." What? She wants to help her family? You're not even nominated. I mean, we are having several conversations about you being backdoored and nominated.
She's campaigning already?
Like, it's not like we actually want to nominate her. That makes me want to nominate her, actually. Like, I think that, like what? Shut up.
So, boom. The episode ends. The noms are Anika and Ty. Boom. And that's also the entire digital daily.
Well, we also learned in the episode
/ digital daily, we do learn that the bitches are not only pressed but dumb, because why Daniel, Claudia, Shania, Anika talking, and they talking about they little group, they little Final Four, yay, and they're discussing how after Kuzi, we're gonna have to, of course, we'll all take out Ty with the and then Shania and Claudia are having diary rooms, and they're mentioning in their diary rooms that, well, Renee could go. And we got in the digital daily that there was a conversation between them. And then after the scene with the four of them, there is a conversation between them. And it's just Shania and Claudia. And they're discussing how next week we need to figure out what we're going to do, because it's giving Renee could win the game. Like, it's giving, like, in the final two, Renee would beat us. The people who have the most, like, shit going on is Ty, Kuzi, and Renee. Like, Renee could win in a final.
And in the edit, like, it shows that Daniel and Anika may be thinking the same thing about Renee, but we do know from the digital dailies that they know that the girly pop's entire perception is negative. Like, everyone at this point is beating the girly pop in final two, even Ty. Like, so, and that's my issue with the girly pops just in general, which is why their scores is still kind of lower on our overall ranking for me personally, is because even them in this powerful position, they still don't know shit. They still are not fully aware of the perceptions in the game. And it's because, as players, they have not been as active as everyone else. Like, I think them being here is a lot of circumstance and mistakes made by the majority alliance at the time, which was Crown. And they're benefiting from it, but when they're having these conversations, you can tell they are lost. They are fully lost, because I don't understand why the fuck Shania and Claudia think it is okay at all to cut Renee. I don't get that. Like, I understand the rest of the house. Well, I don't understand anyone's perception of Renee, of why it is the way it is. That girl didn't do anything to anybody. I feel so bad for her, honestly. But it's like the fact that Shania and Claudia are having these conversations. Like, it goes from literally, oh, Daniel probably has no shot because the girly pops are together and they're going to final 3 to y'all are going to actively give this man a shot to win over y'all because you want to cut your number. You think if Daniel and Nika were in power, they'd be cutting Kuzi? They were not. Kuzi would be going no fucking where. Because that's their number. Like, I don't get that. And it's like, Claudia been wanting this. And when did Shania get on this train? I thought Shania was going to be the one to clock Claudia. Like, girl, shut up. We're going with Renee. Because that's the best bet for Shania to win. Because if Shania's with Claudia, she's losing.
Shania was the main one who said, I think I'm going to lose to Renee. She said, I think I'm going to lose to Renee by landslide.
That's y'all queen. That's y'all queen. This is y'all queen. The girly pop. Look, this is y'all queens.
Kuzi's out. So who we going? Who you want to
piss me off this episode?
Me, Ty
and Daniel.
Ty.
I know somebody else don't like Daniel, but I still wouldn't mind Daniel with him.
Okay. Ty and Shania. That was all from that situation. Moving on to the next.
Terrible episode. Basically, just an episode of Kuzi bashing and bullshit.
Yeah.
And she still
it got more Renee bashy at the end too. They started bashing.
It did.
It was like, what's going on? They was pressed about Renee. That whole situation, the whole group, it was weird. Boom. Next episode or next digital daily. This was April 23rd. Don't know what day it was. Saturday, something like that. Boom. We found out Renee did nominate Nika and Ty. We found out from an episode. Ty won the veto. Like the nigga he is, who does that?
This is like the fourth safety he's won in a row. Like, I'm over it. This man has been, like, literally, he should have been gone. Like, the minute he was not safe by the start of jury, he would have been out.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been safe since the start of Jerry.
With
Vito got used on him. Didn't he win HOH, didn't he?
Yep.
Then he been winning Vito ever since.
3 vetoes. That's that nigga. I'm voting for him.
I mean,
I don't know what to tell you. I'm voting for him. I'm sucking his dick. Whatever. Like
I said, if Claudia can ignore the bullshit, why can't I? If Claudia,
my thing is, he didn't do the bullshit to me, and I don't give a fuck about Claudia.
Clearly, Claudia don't give a fuck neither. Every time we go on the digital daily, she is coming
up, and actually, that's how this digital daily starts.
Literally.
Damn near. So boom, Ty won the veto. Apparently, in the veto. Kuziva Crochet, whatever. Claudia and Ty talk.
Well, we gotta explain.
It happened. It happened.
In the veto, y'all. Kuziva Crochet apparently was in the lead for the veto. She stopped to get a $1,000 cash prize and lost to Ty by seconds.
My thing is, what's $1,000? The fuck? It's $1,000. And then this digital daily, here she go. Y'all, I guess I made a $99,000. Girl, what? I ain't never heard that before. Like, what kind of mistake was that? Like a $99,000 mistake. Like, girl, you dead ass $100,000. And I get it because she said it. She said this is a lot of money for the people in Zimbabwe. Baby, $100,000 is a lot of money for the people in Zimbabwe. No. Kuziva Kweshe, like. This is my thing with her. This is my thing with her. This is the same thing with her. She doesn't know how to calm the fuck down. I feel like she doesn't know how to not just do the thing. How to not just get it done. How to not play balls to the fucking wall, babe. What? Like she just makes just all the decisions. She just wants to have the full Big Brother experience, and I love it for her.
But it comes with a lot of mistakes.
But damn. Because she knows what she should be doing.
Easily fixable mistakes. Like it's just
so easily. She knows what she should be doing, and she's like, I kind of just don't care that I should be doing this thing. I kind of just want to play the game. She just wants to play the game. She's playing Big Brother. She wants to do the thing. She wants to get the thing. She wants to get the $1,000. She wants to take out Zach. And I get it. You want to do it, but that's not how you win Big Brother.
Yeah.
And now you're going home.
I'm going home.
And it's like, damn, bro, you don't deserve it. She's too damn smart to be going home, but she's. Her judgment is outweighing her intelligence because she's like, girl, I don't care that this is smart. I just want to get Zach out. I don't like him. And it's like, come on now, bro. That is not what Big Brother is. Like, Claudia and Ty talk. And basically Ty's like, girl, who going up? Because he don't know nothing because he not HOH or whatever. And she like, girl, let's give him Koozie. She don't say it. She tried to be coy. She's like, well, I don't really know. I don't know why she's doing this. You know it's Koozie. Who gives a fuck? She's going on. But anyway, she's like, I don't know, but if you know Koozie's a threat. It's like, okay, girl. Anyways, Koozie's going up. She basically tells Ty, boom. After this, Shania, Anika, and Daniel talk. And Shania's like, girl, Koozie may be bitter in the jury, so we do got to be cute about it. I
really hate that the girly pop started, and it's like, this is definitely a narrative that the girly pop started out of their fucking ass, because we didn't hear this until like a few digital dailies ago when the three girly pops were saying it to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Where did this come from? Mind you, no one in the game has a great perception of the girly pops at all. No one respects them. Everyone has them at the bottom of their list. The only person who has an inkling of respect is Claudia, and that's over only the girly pops.
Yeah.
So it's just like the fact that we're putting all of this on Koozie. Well, she's going to campaign against us in the jury because she has so much power. It's like, it gives jealousy. It really does. It's almost like all of the qualities that make her a good player. Like, you're upset that you're not able to do. Like, it does.
Yeah.
Who says that she's going to go to jury? Who says y'all are worthy enough players to have to go to jury and campaign against?
No one cares about you. You're going to lose regardless. Koozie could go home instead of jury, and you're still going to lose.
Shania and Renee could be sitting next to an empty chair, and they would still lose.
Hopefully,
because no one in that jury respects them at all. Like, where did this whole Koozie's bitter and she's gonna? If Koozie's not bitter, you know how Koozie's not bitter? Because she's a real bitch that's gonna say it to your face. A real bitch that says to your face ain't got no reason to be bitter. They don't have to sit on information. You see these girls? They've been sitting on this.
Y'all are bitter
for weeks.
Y'all been bitter for
weeks.
Which
is why they're bitter and now taking it out in very emotional ways. That's bitter. A real bitch gonna say it to your face. So there's no reason to harbor all these emotions.
Literally. Like you are Bitter Naya is telling Daniel. She's like, no, listen.
Wait, that's your mother. That's Mother Naya, remember?
After Kuzi's gone, then Ty, and then Bitter Mother Naya. I'm sorry. You can be mother and bitter. You can't. That's it.
Next thing, Shania woke up and I want her to go back to sleep so bad because she's been annoying me ever since.
I'm sorry. It sucks that we've come down to this, but it's like I have no options. I have no options.
Mm-hmm. After Kuzi, I still want Daniel to win. I think Daniel will win.
I wish I liked Claudia. She's the most likely to win.
She's not really likable.
That's what it is.
Personality-wise, I mean, she's kind of just there.
Bland, boring.
I think Renee is the more likable one, but she has no chance of winning.
Renee's gonna lose, and then Shanae has
just got a bad bitch energy.
Yeah, she got bad bitch energy. Claudia got a weak. I mean, Claudia got a more.
That's the thing. She got the energy, but then when she started talking, none of it's there. As y'all can see, we're a little impressed. Any girly pop stands, this is not the party for y'all.
Maybe it is. You need to wake up.
A wake up call.
Yes. Today is like, girl.
I like Renee. I like Renee. That's the thing.
Okay.
Because
I like Renee too. She ain't do nothing.
She still kind of.
What she do?
Sat in the conversations and talked about Kuzi too. But I think Renee still. That's a likability.
I just like Renee. That's all. Today is like, we wanted Kuzi out last week, but we wasn't thinking y'all was doing. And Dan was like, girl, we wanted Kuzi out last week too. Y'all should just came to us. Period. I think he lied to their face. Other people think otherwise. I don't know. Next. Anything? You got anything to say about that? Nothing to say. Next, Kuzi and Claudia's talk. Kuzi's basically like pitching to Claudia. She's like, girl, I mean, like, it could be giving like, I'm not going home. Like, I don't know. You like me? Like, you fucking with it? I'm working with the girls. I'm here for the girls.
Exactly. She was basically pushing the angle that we're all against Ty. Like, we need to sit together, but they done with that shit. And that's the thing too. Like, there really isn't much to do at this point either strategically. Like the way the season has come to this point, it's been split since Jury, and now that there's less people in the game, it's just like there is no strategic maneuvering. I don't think. Like, it's kind of, you should have had those connections back then, and those girls have been bitter for some time. So that's why they should have went when they were up next to Santina, because Santina liked you, Kuzi, and wanted to take you to final two.
But Santina's a bad bitch, and she don't want to get out somebody else over a bad bitch. Like,
that's why at the end of the day, I will say this too. It comes down to them pushing all of the crown, pushing this underestimating of the girly pop. All of them underestimated them. They did. That's why when it was next to Renee, they were like, "Well, Renee can stay."
And they're not wrong on them as individuals. I don't think they're underestimating them as individuals. Renee
them together,
but them together. It's the group. Like, I don't think they were thinking that way. I think they were like, well, look, Renee, she's nothing. Shania, she's nothing. Claudia, she's not. That's not the point. It's Renee, Shania, and Claudia is the issue. They're not Renee,
and now they're going to be half the house.
And that's the thing. Like, when they saw Renee and Santina on the block, I think, and we talked about this, they were thinking, why would we vote out Renee next to Santina? You're not thinking, bitch. It's not about that. Renee plus Claudia and Shania is the issue, not Renee alone. We don't give a fuck about Renee. Renee's not that girl. Santina is that girl.
Had no,
but it's Renee plus two, bitch. That's the problem. And Santina told them that when Santina went in the room crying down. That was so bad for my girl. When she went in the room,
she was campaigning well.
She was like, "It's just me, y'all. It's just me, and it's a group of them. Period." And then she walked out, and it's like, that was enough. Honestly, like, I'm not even mad. That was enough for you dumbasses, for you dumbass idiots.
It comes on them, and Kuzi, she's going home because her being so stuck on, I think, the Santina target. I won't blame her specifically for getting Santina out, because it was really all of the crown. They all voted, but it's like, Santina was not y'all's problem. She just wasn't. This is Santina voodoo for y'all nasty asses for real, because there's no reason for her to go home, and look at the karma. That's why I was like, I mean, Kuzi, it is what it is. It really is what it is. Because when she won that second evaluation, she was talking about Target and Ty and Santina. Everybody was like, girl, what are you talking about anyway? And like, at the end of the day, I was like, well, she can't get full blame because it was the safety chain. You know, Daniel picked the girly pops that kept them somewhat safe. But there's no reason why Renee should have went home next to Santina at the end of the day. I don't know who should have got a hold of that vote and made them keep Santina, but somebody should have did it. Because even Daniel, even Anika, even Hope, it wasn't good for any of the crown to vote out Santina, because they all been leaving right after.
And Daniel's next.
That'd be crazy if Daniel goes. I would gag. If Daniel goes next in this double, I would gag.
A good gag?
I would gag. Like,
I would gag. I would want Ty to win so bad because Kuzi is like, girl, Ty can't win the game because it's not all about comps. And Claudia was like, girl, Ty could win the game. And Kuzi's like, girl, it's not giving Ty a win. I'm not voting Ty just because he won comps. Who gives a fuck? Boom, we leave. Pause. She lied. She lied straight to that girl Claudia's face. Boom. And I think she lied to Claudia's face because she wants Ty to make it to the end. Or I think she's gonna tell the truth to the people she likes and lies to people. She gonna get what she wants to happen. Even though she's going home, she wants the boot order to be something she likes. So I think for her, she was like, I want to protect Ty right here. I want Claudia, to not worry about getting out Ty because she wouldn't want Claudia to take Ty out. She would like Ty to win, honestly, after that. I think Kuzi would prefer Daniel to win. If it can't be Daniel, Ty to win. So she's trying to basically make that happen because she's going home. And it's like not her controlling the eviction vote after she's gone still.
When you're a mother, when you're an icon.
Boom. After this, Kuzi and Ty talk. Ty gives her a pitch to pitch Renee. He's like, look, girl, she's a third wheel. You're a third wheel. Just tell Renee we can be a final two because we're both third wheels to these two things. And also, I'm going to have leverage over Ty. And if Ty wins HOH, he can save you and da-da-da-da. So he gives her this big, nice, nasty pitch. I like the pitch. It was cute or whatever. We don't know.
I honestly thought we don't know if she did it. That's one. I guess we'll see in the episodes. But I honestly thought a pitch like this could work to Renee. I know that Renee does not have the information that her two closest allies are literally double dipping in a Final Four alliance and trying to get her out next week. And there's no way to uncover that. But it's just, I always felt like Renee felt like she had a good relationship with Kuzi, even with all of the situation that was going on. Like she had the close relationship to just that house structure than Claudia and Shania. Honestly, in retrospect, if they were going to keep her, they should have worked on her a lot more, or just said fuck all three of them, which they should have done. But it's just like, I felt like maybe she could go in there, give that big emotional appeal, and it potentially could work because I know at the end of the day, she's not working with Daniel and Nika like that. Like you're trying to get safety from them, but they haven't won anything. Kuzi has won, and Kuzi has kept her word for the most part. I mean, I think there's a lot of things she could have potentially argued, but you also have her two close eyes in her ear saying Kuzi, Kuzi, Kuzi. So it was going to be a hard sell regardless. Like you really just need to get Renee to see her game outside of the girly pops, which I think with enough convincing, I don't know. I just it really could have been done. Like, girl, look at your position.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking if I was Kuzi, either I would need to just not get nommed and tell Renee some lie. Honestly, my first thing is to lie. If I'm in this badass position, I would have lied straight to Renee's face. And I would have said, girl, Daniel and Nika, I heard Daniel and Nika I overheard them last night. They said they want to take Shanae and Claudia Final Four. I would lie, bitch.
And that's the thing. Daniel using that veto on Ty would have came the fuck out.
Damn. Boom.
I would have told Ty. I would have said, Ty, go tell Renee. Or go tell I don't know. Start lying. We need to start dropping sick.
Or telling the truth.
People just start thinking that Ty is working with Daniel. Daniel and Ty, the real duo, baby. Look how I'm like, I don't know.
I would have lied so bad. I would have made Daniel seem like just the best player alive. I don't know what to tell you.
But that's the thing. If you can,
go.
I was gonna say, because I'm starting thinking about that plan a little bit more. If she weaponizes Daniel using veto, and Ty wants her there, Ty can just kind of further verify he did use veto on me. We made a final two. Whoop de whoop de whoop. I want to make a final three with you, Renee. I want to bring you into this with me and Anika. It would be me, Daniel. I would tell Ty to go tell her that. And then we just let it simmer. Like, okay. Like, what's tea? The
tea is Daniel been saying he's done all the Kuzi moves anyways. You can have them. Yes, you did. Remember Daniel? It would have been. Remember Daniel? You literally said that was your idea to take out Santino. That was you. You're the one who did all of that. You can have them. He would have had my moves.
Oh, the moves that I gave me? The moves that you gave me?
The moves that you gave me? You can have them right here. Girl, Daniel would have had every move in that house. It was Daniel the one who told me to take out Zach. And then he was pretending I was covering for him because that's my boy, but he the one who told me to take out Zach in the first place. Then as Daniel ran through all of my HO, like, girl, when I say I didn't think of nothing, it was all Daniel. That man would have been out. Like, I ain't got no time. But my other thought was, if I was a final nominee and I need to get 2 votes, I would have been like, I get Ty, I need to get Daniel. I would have just told Daniel, baby, Anika not gonna win nothing for you, and you're gonna go home next. Good luck. So do you want to go home next, or do you want to actually have a chance?
And Daniel could probably eat that up.
If you vote me out, Anika is not winning that HOH, which means it's either Shania or Claudia or Ty, and you could go the fuck home. So do you want to go home, or do you want to win this game? Period. And honestly, a part of me feels like Daniel maybe should keep Kuzi just because Anika's not winning shit for you. And if Daniel goes home at the double, it's because Anika didn't win shit for him, and he didn't win.
And Anika's also not a target in front of him either. Which is why I think he's starting to look at maybe going to the end with Todd, which we'll talk about later. But I think that's also a big issue for him too. They feel like Kuzi is close with Ty. And I remember in the episode, she tells him, like, does me targeting him not matter? Like, I'm not close with that man. But I think that's the big overall fear. Like, we don't know if she's going to be working with him. But at the end of the day, Ty do want her to find out too. At this point, Kuzi probably would take him. And I think that's Daniel's main fear.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like the fear of the girl pop should be overweighing that, babe. I think he should honestly save Kuzi.
Yeah, I'd be terrified of them girls at this point.
It's crazy because
terrified of the women.
At first, I did think Daniel really just needs to take out Kuzi, but now that I'm thinking about it, if it's Kuzi and Nika on the block, he kind of just needs to take. I don't know. It's crazy because top 6.
Nika isn't winning competition. She will stay over him.
He will go home.
Kuzi is winning comps, and she will easily go home over any of y'all.
If Shania wins double eviction, or Claudia, which both of them could, they're nomming Ty and potentially Anika. If Ty wins veto, Daniel is going home.
Out.
Period. Because
listen,
even if Shania and Claudia don't want to do it, Renee and Ty will do it. You're going home.
But that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Claudia and Shania have talked about
it's gonna be Renee and not Daniel.
So it may not even be Daniel. It may be Renee. Claudia and Shania may be dumb enough to put up Renee. I want to feel like when it happens, they'd be like, no.
That don't make no. It just doesn't make no sense. It would make no sense, and it would actually make me mad
because they prefer. It's literally the next conversation. The next
conversation. We have been on this digital daily at all. Forgot this was going on, y'all. Claudia and Shania have a conversation. We just been talking for 2 minutes. Claudia and Shania have a conversation, and basically they're like, "Well, first of all, we need to let Kuzi down softly because she's just so scary. So we just need to make sure we let her down.
And she's just going to campaign against us in the jury. So I just want to make sure. And it's like if she campaigns against all 3 of y'all, like,
what's gonna happen? Nothing's gonna change. But anyways, they're saying they gotta let her down or whatever. Boom. After that, they talk about the potential of being a double, the potential of who they're gonna target next. And in this conversation, they're like, "Well, Ty gotta go definitely." And they were like, "Who we nominating against Ty?" And then they were deciding, and Sinead was like, "Girl, wait, never mind. It doesn't matter. Who are we targeting if it's not Ty?" And they were like, "Renee."
Yep.
And it's like,
and
out of every name.
They feel like they mentioned 3 people they feel like have done the most in the game so far who are left. And it's Kuzi, Ty, and Renee. They put Renee on that list. They want Kuzi as a target. They want Ty as a target. Kuzi's going this week. If Ty is safe, which he's been the last 5 weeks, they're saying, I mean, it lines up. They feel like she's done the most. Shania says here that she feels like Renee will beat her unanimously, is what she's thinking. So there is a chance if Claudia and Shania win HOH, they're thinking, well, Renee can beat us. Let's take her out. I don't know. Mainly because look at how they're acting with Kuzi. Like, are they going to do this to Renee? Like, she's close. Like, she's in y'all girly pop 3. You going to really win HOH?
At a double, maybe.
At a double, they probably would. You know what? Honestly, Claudia definitely would. Claudia been wanting to nominate Renee since week 4.
You know what pisses me off? A little bit of Claudia is a little bit of bad bitch because she didn't give a fuck about putting up Kuzi. Not really. Like when Kuzi had that conversation, she was coming at her. Claudia was like, "Well, Kuzi," and then Kuzi left, and she was like, "Anyways," and she still put the girl up, and she put Ty up there. And like, Claudia, Loki don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
That's why people talk to her crazy because she kind of doesn't give a fuck. So when they do talk to her crazy, she's like,
And they still respect her because it's like, okay, well, you're still going up.
I will still nominate you. Okay.
Anyways.
But pause. The reason Shania and Claudia feel this way, other than them being stupid, is the fact that they have terrible social games. They don't know anybody in the jury.
Nope.
So they don't know what anybody in the jury is thinking because they haven't spoken to anybody in the jury. Claudia has. Shout out to her. She's just stupid. Shania hasn't spoken to none of them. She doesn't know anything that Santina. I say in the jury.
He in jury?
Sure. Shania doesn't know nobody in the jury for real. So I think she just genuinely, because I think Shania is the smarter of the two. I think Claudia's just a little dumb.
Can we say that this week after her literally thinking she can lose to Renee?
That's what I'm explaining. That's what I'm explaining. I think Shania is smarter. She has less information. I think Shania doesn't know anyone in the jury, so she doesn't know how to perceive who they would vote because she had a terrible social game with all of those people. So that's why I think she's confused. Why Claudia is confused, I don't know. I feel like she should have a little bit more.
Like, especially through Ty, through
well, I guess the jury is Hope, Santina. Jonathan. Neither of them talk to them. They don't know Hope or Santina. Jonathan, Claudia does know. What the fuck are you thinking? And it's Dan.
She doesn't know when he's going to vote, though. She said several times, like, they never spoke gang, which they didn't.
That's true.
They Girly Pops have only had gang relationships with each other.
Yeah. And that's their problem. And that's why they're about to make this mistake and vote out Renee, because they've only had gang relationships with each other. And Kuzi.
And I will say what Renee is going based off of is, not Renee. Shanae's going based off of Renee's story. Renee does have a really interesting story. Like, I can compare it to, honestly, a Taylor Hale a little bit, minus the billionaire racism, of course. But it's like she has been the underdog this entire time. She's winning competition. She is going to take out the best player of the season.
She's still in the game.
So I would, if Renee makes final two, because a lot of people are talking about they would not vote her. Daniel and Ty talked about it. No one in the jury have Renee high. I would love to think if she can make it to final two, because realistically there'll be a comp win, that she could win. She would deserve it, especially over Claudia and Shania. I don't know where she get this big negative perception from, but Renee is not bad at this game. I would say Renee is the smartest one of the Girly Pops, honestly.
Yeah.
It's just socially but the thing is too, I would go as far as to say Renee, she has attempted to even have a better social game than Claudia and Shania, because she has talked to Hope. She was cool with Kuzi, close with one good point. You know, she's really was integrated a lot more with the Crown side of things. If she wanted to jump ship, that could have been something she could have even wanted to do. But it's just so it just sucks because she got this perception onto her formed by honestly Zach and Ty, and it never went away. It just never went away, to the fact that her own two closest allies don't want to trust. Like, it went from Claudia distrusting her over the weird shit that everyone else was saying, and now Shania's like, well, she can beat me, so I don't have a choice. And it's like, I love Shania's thinking, because remember I was saying with Daniel, it's like Daniel, if he wants to win, Kuzi's gonna have to go. I like Shania's thinking, like, even though she's my ally, I need her to go. But the big issue is with Shania is that it's not Renee you have to worry about, it's Claudia.
Yeah, I can see how that's hard to see, because Claudia just seems like she's not that girl. Like, no offense, like, if I had to think who's that girl,
my thing
it's
is,
either Renee or
my
Shania.
thing is, okay, you think Renee can beat you? Does she not think Claudia can?
I can see how she could think that, because what did Claudia do on paper?
What did you do? I'm saying, did she think
she didn't do anything? Which is why I wanted to sit next to the person who's doing a little bit less. And I guess in her mind, Renee was nom 5 times and then won a HOH and took out Kuzi. And because she thinks she thinks so highly of Kuzi. And I think Renee being this HOH is also influencing that, because Renee is taking out Kuzi, and Shania in her mind is Kuzi's mother, and Renee just took her out. It's like, So I can see that. I get that. I guess. So they're dumb. And they literally say Dale and Anika might need to just win the HOH, and we need to let them just get out Renee for us. And it's like, okay.
It's like,
will they do that? Maybe not. Renee comes in.
Like, imagine they throw the HOH for that to happen. I'd scream. I don't think they're dumb enough to throw it, but they're dumb enough to take her out, so I don't know.
Renee comes in, and basically they were complaining that Kuzi was campaigning. Next, Renee and Daniel talk. Period. Renee and Daniel talk later, and Daniel was like, "Look, girl, it's giving. We can't really work with nobody else but each other, because Claudia and Shania are gonna take each other. Duh. Kuzi, my girl, she going home. I don't got nobody but you." And it's like, girl, Anika was right there, but he did not mention Anika.
Right.
He said, I don't got nobody but you. Like, it's giving you and me. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do, but it's giving you and me. It's just working.
And then my thing is like Renee's position, like, this nigga is lying.
Lying straight to my face. Anika is right there. Please be serious.
You know you cool with a nigga. One perception wise, I would assume, okay, you probably can beat a nigga. You're lying. A nigga's your phone. Like, if she has the information that she has the information that she knows that they were a 3, and now him and Anika are pushing away from them. So you're assuming that he's gonna be loyal to phone 2 with you, like.
Make it make sense.
What Kuzi offered her was more legitimate than what he's offering her, because you know all of the interconnected relationships he's been in. You know that Shanae and Claudia are cool with him. You know that you had a Final 4 with him. You know that he had a Final 3 with Kuzi. You know that he has a Final 2 or a connection with Anika. Yeah. You know this information. You also know that no one likes Kuzi. Kuzi is not in the Santina position.
Yeah. She will go home.
So I think it's risky because she's such a big threat. We're going in the top 6. Do I keep her, especially if you're Renee? But it's like, I genuinely don't think that Kuzi was the move for Renee this week. I don't. Is it biased? Maybe.
I don't think it's weird because a part of me doesn't think. I don't think it's the move for Renee, and a part of me doesn't think it's the move for Daniel either. Because I said earlier the comp thing, but it's like it just feels like, damn, I'm being biased. But it's like because everyone hates her so much, it makes it less and less beneficial for people to want her out. The more someone dislikes you, the more likely it is it's good for them to stay in the game. Since everyone wants Kuzi out, it's probably better for a lot of people for Kuzi to stay. Anyone Kuzi's not targeting, it's probably better for them to stay. And Kuzi's targeting Claudia and Shania. That's not Renee and that's not Daniel. So honestly, it's probably better for both Renee and Daniel to keep Kuzi over Anika. Anika is worth nothing in the game anymore. No offense. But genuinely, to benefit someone's game, if I'm thinking who can help me get to the end, Anika can't help neither Renee nor Daniel get to the end. Kuzi could help both of them. Because she will target Claudia and Shania. Claudia and Shania will target her and Ty. It will be Kuzi and Ty versus Claudia and Shania. Renee and Daniel could be in the middle and make it to the end. Yeah. But are they thinking that?
I think I will say the only thing that helps Renee in this situation is even if Kuzi goes, if Daniel's being serious, which we get some inklings later on that he may be seriously of not targeting her. However, we know if something could happen with Vito, she's a backdoor option. Like Daniel is not honest in this situation. However, I think Kuzi would be. I think Kuzi, if she were to win, she'd probably do Shanae and Claudia and then backdoor Ty because she still don't like that man.
And that would not be good for her, but she would probably do it. Unfortunately.
No saying. Well, I do think she has a higher safety chance with Kuzi. I'm specifically comparing Kuzi and Daniel because I feel like both of them have kind of come to those. They've both carried the conversation of like, I want to go to the end with you.
Yeah.
I would believe Kuzi over Daniel. I just think with the information that she has, she should. But I think Kuzi being mother overshadows that. And it's like, I agree with that because at the end of the day, if I'm Renee, it's like, I can't. I can't not. No, I'm gonna take out Anika. I want HOH. I know no one has a high perception.
That's another thing, the respect thing.
I need something on my resume. I'm not gonna take out Anika. It's the same logic that Kuzi used when she was HOH. I ain't taking out Shanae.
And that's bad logic.
Same logic Santino wanted to use. Everybody want to use logic.
I think if Renee couldn't take out Ty, she should have took out Daniel. Daniel's in the best position to win. That thing, it sucked because when they
my target definitely would have been Daniel. I don't know why. That's the
but that's the thing. I was going to say the issue. The issue was when the target became Kuzi, she actually was in the best position. Now that it's come time to get her out, she's no longer actually in the best position, so they're making the wrong move. Now Daniel is actually in the best position, but you've made the target Kuzi for so long, you're getting out the wrong person. Boom. Because honestly, it should be Daniel.
He's basically hid behind that. Like he's sneaking through.
Yep. And he's probably gonna win the game. Or probably not. This is just a season. Good luck. Girl.
It still changes week by week. Like Kuzi was just saying
to the end. A final jam is going to be this season.
Every week. I can't tell you anybody can crazy.
Literally anyone can win. Anika can still win to this day. I still think Anika can win. Like anybody can win dead ass. Maybe not Anika, but anybody can win dead ass. Boom. Let's get to this last one. So
the last is really
April 24th. We have Kuzi is in fact the renom. It is Kuzi versus Anika.
Y'all, when I fell to my knees when I read that message.
No,
I fell to my knees because I was holding out hope. I said Wendy's is gonna save her. I said Vito was going to save her.
Where the hell is Wendy's? And don't make me not ever get a $6 biggie bag ever again in my life because where the fuck are y'all?
Y'all waited to the last minute. I will not eat a single piece of Wendy's for the rest of my fucking life.
We've been doing the point.
And y'all still got time. Y'all still have time. Eviction night is not here.
She's still in the game. Make it tomorrow. Make it today.
When I say the Wendy's points, the Wendy's advantage needs to be set the scene.
Set the scene.
Tuesday, because you have the most Wendy's points. You are safe from eviction this night, which means any eviction tonight, you will be immune. And then she announces a double eviction, and she's safe from out.
Boom. Kuzi has to get off the block. Renee, it is now your time to name a replacement nominee. Daniel, oops. Daniel's out. Kuzi can't go on the block next week. Claudia's out. It's final four. She might
win. Let's get back to the riggery. Let's get back to the A1 day one riggery.
What a coup d'etats. Giving out coup d'etats.
I hope this is a fake double. Let's bring that back.
What happened to fake double? What happened to blood vetoes?
Come on.
Where are they at? This thing they wanted.
I don't even need a blood veto. Give me a water veto, bitch. Give me something. I don't need anything, man. A Wendy's lemonade veto, something. Like, we need something. God, please. Wendy's, if you are listening, please.
I just feel like y'all just need to end the season and give it to Kuzi. Like, what are y'all doing right now? Like, dead ass, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all are playing in my face, and I don't like it. So Daniel and Kuzi have a conversation. It's a good little conversation. Daniel at the first, he says, anyways, he was like, look, I made a deal with Renee, so, I might not nominate her, but honestly, it's not giving a deal. I made a deal, but it's not giving a deal. And he was like, well, wait, it might be a deal because I think I might nom Claudia and Shanae. And it's like,
now, that would be nasty. That would be really, really interesting if he does that because this little Final Four alliance, I never believed it was real. I always thought it was out of convenience, especially with Daniel and Anika. It was out of convenience because Claudia was HOH. Now Renee's HOH is even better for them. You know what I mean? It's like I think they're sticking with it because of that. And honestly, it would be smarter for Daniel to take out the Claudia and Shanae piece because I do. Over Renee, because Renee's perception is just not real. Like the perception of her winning is not there. I think Claudia or Shanae needs to go. Probably in this case, Shanae, because she's the one connecting them two. Like Claudia will easily. Well, that's thing. If Shanae goes, Claudia will likely disconnect to Renee anyway.
Yeah,
or Ty.
And Claudia still has Ty. Well, Ty.
Claudia don't have Ty.
But if Shanae's not here, it's more likely for Claudia and Ty to link than Shanae and Ty. So I think.
So you think he'll probably get out? Well, if Claudia and Shanae are nominated in this double, Claudia's going home anyway.
I would assume. I think Ty's evicting her too. Claudia.
I would assume.
Home. Which would leave Shanae and Renee, Anika and Daniel, and then Ty. It just feels so messy for him. It just feels so messy. That's why it's like, ooh.
But it was always going to be messy for him. Like once the Crown started losing all of their numbers, it was over. Like,
because after that, Renee and Shanae are targeting directly Daniel.
Mm-hmm. Probably not even Ty. Probably not even Ty at that point.
Probably directly Daniel. So it's like if they get the next HOH, which they both can play, and Daniel can't, and Anika can't win a comp, and he doesn't want to save Kuzi over Anika. Anika's not winning that HOH for him. So it's going to be Claudia and Shanae versus Ty in HOH. Well, and Anika, but it's like, is she really going to win? No shade. Which means if they win, baby, you could go home. But it's about veto. But if Ty wins the veto, he's going to be the one next to you. I mean, you and Ty's going to win the veto. You're going home. So he might not need to do that because he could easily go home next. But if he doesn't do that.
So what do you think he should do?
Take out Renee.
But how? Who would nominate next to Renee? Ty? That he now wants to go to final two with, potentially? It's hard for Daniel. And it's like, he has to say he shouldn't win. Because ain't no not winning. I think
he should nom Renee and Ty.
His best bet would be an ally winning.
Like, let's say he can do it. Let's say it's a double. If it's me and it's a double, I would I would just put up one of the girls and be like, "Girl, you're not going home. We got your back. I'm just putting you up so I can backdoor Ty." That don't make sense. But I can just say it was too fast. I didn't even think of that. I was just like, girl, I'm just putting up girl, Claudia, I'm just gonna put you up.
Girl, they ain't gonna buy that shit. They're gonna be done with his ass immediately after that. It's over. But
I put up Renee. Renee goes home. I'll put up Renee's eye. I'll just put up Renee's eye.
But I think that's where it gets tricky. I think at the end of the day, when he might as well just go ahead and turn on him because if he gets in a position where he has to put either one of them up.
I'll just put up Renee's eye. I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's probably the best bet. backstab Renee down.
Renee goes, well, that Claudia and Shania have the votes though. What if they just evict Ty? Now Renee's still here.
Gang.
You fucked up. So honestly,
gagged in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he has no choice. He has to nom the two because they could just save Renee. They don't have to evict Ty at all. He should just nom the two. Next. It's bad for him. He could lose, y'all. Good luck. Anyway.
And I was just thinking, like, this double is probably going to be mental. Like, I'm thinking about the past mental comps. Like, Kuzi.
Shania might win.
I know Kuzi's her comp was mental, but Claudia was doing really well. And then Shania was second in this comp with Renee, which is mental. Yep. So, evidence would show that a girly pop is going to win this double.
No, I'm tying in Anika, maybe. No, they said they're not doing Anika again because they keep nominating her. Or they claim we might not do Anika again because we keep nominating her.
He better hope they actually throw us in so he can take out Renee. He had to convince them. Go ahead, throw it to me so I can take out Renee. Yeah.
Yep. And in this conversation, they start discussing Ty. And Daniel was like, what you think about Ty when it comes to the jury and stuff? And Kuzi was like, girl, I think Ty could win, but I think you could beat Ty. Mm-hmm. And Daniel was like, how do you feel like I can do against like Anika? Because Daniel feels like him and Anika have similar paths. They were both in the shady bunch. So Anika could take credit for that. And so could he. So he's like, would I do good in that? And she's like, you could definitely beat Anika. I also think you could beat Ty, but you could definitely beat Anika. And this is when Kuzi is like, honestly, if you get a few more comps under your belt, just take Ty because he deserves the money over. And this was after her and Anika been beefing.
Yeah. Yes. So she's done with Anika. She's done. And honestly, it's really bad for Anika because I thought she was in a situation where she may have some win equity because of her alliance, but that may be gone. That may be fully gone because at the end of the day, I can see now, especially with Kuzi, because she probably is going to be very influential in the jury. It's like the perception that, well, Kuzi, Anika ain't in there doing nothing. She ain't winning shit, ain't doing shit for nobody.
That's the thing. She was never doing anything, but it was always friendship that was going to possibly get her to win. Social game. I had Kuzi as a really good friend. She's going to vouch for me, and Hope is my friend, and so is Jonathan. But if Kuzi goes in there and she's like, girl, fuck Anika, Hope and Jonathan going to be like, yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. And it's like,
I'm wondering, like, though, like, even for Daniel, because he's speaking about potentially going to the end with Ty. I'm like, does Ty want to be in final two with him? Because we know that Ty wants to go with Kuzi. Kuzi's going home. Mm-hmm. Does he see Daniel as the next best player? Because he wants to go to the end, Kylan type shit. Or would he just go to the end with Claudia? Because he has spoken about voting Claudia out of the girly pops. But I don't know if he actually respects Claudia. He spoke about that with Daniel as if they were both over the girly pop. I think it's a general consensus that all three of them, they still are bad players who don't deserve to win. Yeah. So, but you just never really know because I don't know Ty and Daniel's relationship. But Daniel, we've seen over the season that, randomly someone will just come out, oh, I love Daniel. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ty, Daniel's my closest ally in the game. Yeah. So Ty might bring Daniel. He might bring Claudia. And I think Ty is either Daniel or Claudia. We also learned because Kuzi lied in that conversation with Claudia about Ty, because she also kind of says in this conversation that Ty would beat the girly pops, which is interesting because that could be the likely outcome. A likely outcome is a girly pop win double. Daniel may actually go. Anika end up getting fourth for some goddamn reason, and then song 4 could literally be the girly pops and Ty. And I can see that. Like, I could easily see Ty winning his way to final 2 at this point. I mean, all these competitions, especially these beat-ups, are geared towards his type of archetype, and he's beasting them out. If he's sitting in final 2, we kind of got the answer that he will beat a girly pop. At this point, a girly pop is not winning unless they're against each other. Yeah. And maybe Anika, but even that's a reach, I think. I think their perception is so low. Even with all they've done. They've done some pretty impressive shit this last few weeks. I mean, in the competitions at least. But it's like nothing. The game's not went up at all. They don't give a shit. At all. We keep saying this, and it might happen. Like, we've been saying they can only beat each other since Dan went home. And bitch, it's only them left. It's finna just be them. So, hey, the big three. They can only beat each other, and they did it. Like, y'all are mad. My fear is they don't know that. That's true, and Renee's going home. Good. But Kuzi basically tells him that she's going to be fighting for him in jury, so he's going to win if he's in final 2. Yeah. She's probably going to give him her Wendy's points, which will put him in the lead for whatever the fuck the power is. So, that should be over. But that's another interesting thing. So, The double, they said, they posted on the Big Brother Canada website.
It's Wendy's.
Sponsored by Wendy's. So the power could come and play during the double, which is top 6. If not, we would have to assume it comes into play top 5. Now, it's not confirmed that it's a game-changing twist. Like, the thing says, for a chance to win a potential, like, it doesn't confirm game-changing twist. So I don't think it's going to be anything OP, especially if it's top 6, top 5. I just thought it was realistic to be top 7.
Yeah.
Because...
Why would we do it in top 6 or top 5?
I feel like it should have been a cute little safety. He come back. Kuzi got a Wendy's veto. Yeah. She's good. So I don't know what that's going to be. It could be. Watch it be nothing. Watch it be. I don't know.
Why would they hype that shit? What about?
Well, they've been collecting them all season. I mean, they collected 5,000 each this episode. So it makes me feel like it's something coming soon. And it has to be something worth something. So, and at this point, it's likely that Dane will be getting it if he does not go home.
Or Kuzi, still. And she doesn't go home. And we could be discussing Kuzi's win equity.
Well, I mean, it's if
before the vote.
I tell you,
before the vote,
if they come on TV and they say Wendy's rewards have saved Kuzi, I'm going to Wendy's that night. I am getting up and driving to Wendy's immediately.
I'm also going to Wendy's
immediately.
I'm actually going to Wendy's all next week.
For what?
That ass. I just get
now that Kuzi goes home.
Unless
you'll be going to Dairy Queen, somewhere else.
McDonald's.
Somewhere else.
The McDonald's points would have saved.
Period.
After this conversation, Claudia, Shania, Renee, they're press still because people are chilling with Kuzi. Like, people not mad at Kuzi. But nobody really talking to them. You know, it's giving Kiki with Kuzi all day.
They're like, are we not?
They're like, why are they Kiki with the? And they're
like, are we the outsiders still?
And they were mad because apparently Kuzi and Renee done got in a tuffle.
Some type of scuffle.
Girl, something. And they was just like, the way she just handles getting nominated, I just hated it. Why are they all cool? And are we just not cool? We still don't know anything. Like, we're still dumb. Like, we've been dumb all season. We can't not be dumb yet. And it's like, no, you're still dumb.
And it's like clearly like, and this is what we get. Like, these girls are obsessed and just pressed down because like they're talking about, oh, we just don't have respect for her anymore. They're talking about something. This must be how she gets treated in the real world, but we're not doing that in here. I just lost all respect for her. I hope I came across good in that argument to Canada. I bet you won't. Because at the end of the day, you're expecting someone to react the way you want them to react after you nominated them. That shit. Okay, Christmas. That's what it's giving. You cannot expect someone to react a certain way after you nominate them and tell them, I want you out of the game. Point blank motherfucking period. Especially Renee, you told her she was safe. So she has every right to be pissed off if she's nominated. And like I said, it to me feels like another situation of a black woman, her emotions being exploited and just blown out of proportion. Like, it's just this big thing. Why can't she be upset? Were y'all not upset when you was locked out of a room for an hour? So she can't be upset that she's nominated? Wasn't Renee upset when she was getting nominated? Shania was upset when bitches was getting nominated. Everybody else can be upset. Kuzi's upset, and it's a problem. Now we don't have respect for her because she's not sitting and taking a nomination gracefully. Get the fuck out my face.
Renee been mad all season. I'm fucking pissed! And I just need to unpiss myself. Okay, girl.
I think what it is just that I truly think it is a form of jealousy. It's like I feel like the game that Kuzi's playing, so there's some attributes that they had.
I would be jealous.
And they don't, and they're mad. Like, why is she still ingratiated in the house and we're not? Because, and like me and Sarah have been saying, if y'all didn't get power, y'all would have been back in the same position. Y'all were going home if y'all didn't win HOH. So y'all are lucky. One. And two, I think too, like, I love Kuz. I just love an unapologetic, confident, bad bitch. Because we missed what she said in the conversation with Daniel. She's basically telling him, like, I know they want me to beg for their vote, but I'm not doing that. I'm going to jury, so they need to beg for my jury vote. So she said she's going to make them beg for her jury vote. You want me out? Tell me why you should win. And I love that. I think that, honestly, I think that should be ingratiated. I think that should be incorporated way more. You want me out? You have an issue with me? Why you should get my vote?
Period.
But that's the thing. They're not showing why she should, because they're mad, pissy, mad in the corner, upset about it, crying.
And they won't. It'll be Daniel and or Ty and or Anika. And then I'll settle for one of you if that's the case. It will be a settling. Like, sure, I guess Claudia is the least.
I'm so upset, bitch. But it's upsetting to me because it's like I don't even dislike the girly pops. I don't understand why they turned weird this week. I don't like it. And to be clear, I'm not arguing that it's anything racial or anything like that. It's weird
and annoying.
And I mean, everyone with eyes have been peeping. Who of their closest allies have been this entire time. So it's just it gets weird. It gets weird. It gets weird when randomly she's all of these negative things, bitter, whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. If we end the season with a girly pop win, I just hope it's Claudia at this point. I mean, that's the only one I'll accept, I guess.
Renee?
I just don't think she's winning.
That's all.
I don't think she's gonna get any respect.
You just don't want it to be Shanae.
I definitely don't want it to be a Shanae. I think she has really put a sour taste in my mouth. If you had to
rank who you want to win most,
who I want to win,
most of these.
Oh, in the game or
in the game?
Pops?
Well,
even when Kuzi's there?
Not you can include Kuzi.
Including Kuzi is Kuzi number 1, then Daniel, then Ty, then Anika, then Renee, then Claudia, then Shanae. Anika got moved recently, y'all, from recent circumstances. Now she graduated to become a mother again. Look, she may be above Daniel, but I ain't even gonna lie. But she pissed me off this episode. I don't know what was going on.
It's giving Kuzi.
Kuzi, of course.
It gotta be Daniel. I want to be a hater so bad I can't. Kuzi, then Daniel, then Ty, then
the same list.
Not Anika.
Oh, Dad.
Girl, honestly, Renee. Ooh. Then Claudia, then Shanae, then Anika. Because she bit the hand that fed her.
Ooh. let's really talk about it.
No, if y'all want to go back to week 2 or 3, our recap when we rated the players, what I said about Anika was Anika would be out of the game if Kuzi wasn't here. And I stand by it.
And that's another thing that pisses me off. Like, I understand you feel like you need to target this woman because she can beat you 100%. I get that, especially for someone like Daniel. Anika, I think that was one of her tickets to final 2, so maybe that's so much for her. But Daniel, I get it. Mm-hmm. But the amount of things she has done to help all 3 of them get to where they are, I mean, it's both her of them. She won both of the HOHs. It's her connections with Zach, Ty, and shit like that
and Santina that she got
and Santina
out.
And
her
Jonathan
connections that she
and
let go home instead of y'all. She should have been getting out Daniel and Anika instead of Zach and Santina.
Remember when all that shit was going on? Nobody was fucking with Daniel and Santina like that. No, Anika like that. No one was fucking with Daniel and Anika like that early in the game.
They didn't even know who they
was the only thing incorporating the people in the game. And now look at y'all shitting all on her like she ain't shit. That just pisses me off because there's a way to do it. I just think there's a way to do it. She doesn't have to be all of these negative things. Like
they're not even HOH. They could just sat there. It's like just let Renee get her out.
What you saw in the episode? What you peep in the episode?
What happened in the episode?
When they went to go talk to Shanae, Daniel and Anika.
Oh, girl. So they didn't even go to talk to Shanae. Daniel and Anika chilling. They chilling. They just found out that them 2 are the options to be nominated. Shanae comes over, and Shanae, she finna talk game, and then they start talking, and Anika's like, yeah, girl, why me and Daniel the noms? Like, why are we the options? And I guess Kuzi's not an option. And here go Daniel. Yeah, I mean, I guess Kuzi's not an option. Like, it's just, I can't believe she's ready to throw her people under the bus that fast, and it's just crazy. And Anika and him are going back and forth, and then Shanae was like, okay, well, anyways, we need to make sure y'all stay. So how y'all can stay is this, and it's like, they were literally ready to start talking shit about Kuzi, and Shanae was worried about getting them to stay in the game because they're options to be nominated instead of them thinking about how they're going to stay in the game because they might be nom. They worried about Miss Kuzi
and bashing her. It's fake. Regardless, however you try to slip it on it, it's fake. It's weird. I don't like it. It's just what it is. Kuzi,
we back up in this thing.
You know what? She has really been a delight to watch. She has been a joy.
She will continue to be a joy. She's not going home.
And her influence will still reign supreme because
she will not go home. She will not go home.
She's not going home?
She's winning the Wendy's Power tomorrow on Thursday. Tomorrow on Thursday, girl, whatever.
Well, and she'll win it tomorrow in the house.
Yeah.
And we'll see it on Thursdays.
And or whenever she gets it, she will get it.
Period.
She's not going home.
And if we don't, Wendy's see me.
Outside. How about
Period.
that? We out.
Yeah.